Hi, I'm Paris, and I spent yesterday afternoon stuck in a supermarket parking lot with a minivan full of groceries and a dead battery. So frustrating, but it happens with such regularity here. Batteries just don't last long in the heat of Texas. We buy what Consumer Reports has rated as the best value battery for dealing with the heat here. It's the EverStart battery from Walmart, and we get 2, maybe 2.5 summers out of that batteries, and then they're gone. And it seems to happen disproportionately at the worst possible time. So this time, before just going and getting the new same type battery, I did a little research. I thought, with all the advances in technology over the past 10, 15 years, haven't they improved car batteries? Turns out they have. There's a lead acid battery technology called AGM. It stands for Absorbent Glass Mat, and it's not a new technology. The military was using it back in the 80s. It was very expensive, but then again, you don't really want your tank to have trouble starting when you're going into battle, so they invested in it, and finally the price of that type of battery has come down to now where it's about twice as expensive as your standard car battery, which is just a flooded lead acid battery. In your standard car battery, you can hear liquid sloshing around when you move the battery. That's the electrolyte. In the AGM battery, there's no sloshing. Let me show you my new battery. This is an Optima RedTop, and I don't hear any sloshing. And without having battery acid sloshing around inside, you can buy AGM batteries online. You don't have to go to the auto parts store. And if you buy it on Amazon, they will ship it prime. Pretty good deal. I'll link to this exact one on Amazon down below this video. The battery acid electrolyte is absorbed into these fiberglass mats. And so you have your positive, negative terminals, and in between you have this fiberglass mat. Now they can lay it out flat, or they can do them in coils. And when they have them so tight like that, it makes for a very improved battery. You can see that though this battery is rectangular-ish, it's actually 6 big cylinders attached together, and each one of those has the pair of electrodes with that fiberglass mat in between. So with this new technology and the tightly packed battery, it's much more resistant to vibration, which can shorten the lives of batteries, and it has other electrical improvements. It's able to summon up more charge to start your car when needed, and some other features. But the main thing for me is that it will last likely 2 to 3 times as long as the battery that I had been buying. So if it lasts twice as long, but it costs twice as much, you'd say, well, what does that matter? Well, it matters because it means once every 2 years, I'm not going to be stranded somewhere with a dead battery. At least it'll be once every 4 years or so. That makes it worthwhile to me. Now, our minivan is a 2012 Honda Odyssey, which I've had to buy 2 or 3 batteries for already. And since we plan to keep it for about 10, 12 years total, I'm hoping this will be the last battery I ever have to buy for it. But will AGM technology be able to beat the heat? You'll just have to wait and see. If and when this goes, I'll do an update review. So taking my EverStart battery out, but it did fit in this bottom piece with this plastic shroud around, and of course the cables came to just the right points where the terminals were. As you can see with my RedTop battery in its place, there's lots of extra space now, and an issue here because this cable isn't going to fit on here real well. It can't slide down far enough onto the post. And this one doesn't come in at quite the right angle. I suppose I could force it to fit in there. But basically, this battery is quite a bit smaller, so it's an issue fitting it into the hardware for a larger battery. Now you can just leave out the battery tray and the shroud, and the battery will fit in the spot, obviously, since it's quite a bit smaller. But there's no protection from the elements. The solution, these 2 adapter pieces that come with the RedTop battery. Okay, everybody is snapped in place. Now let's drop it in. So that lifts the battery up the better part of an inch. Let me push the handle down. Get the shroud. So now the top of the battery is flush with the shroud, and these terminals should be right where I need them. Yeah, that'll fit well. That's an easy fit too. That means this clamp that holds the battery securely in place finally fits across the top and will do its job. So I've got these tightened down. The battery is locked in place. Now I can tighten down the cables. There we go. Here we go. Success. So hidden away under here is my new Optima RedTop battery. A little hard to get back out, but hopefully I won't have to for years and years. If you're in the market for a new car battery, I encourage you to check out the AGM technology, see if it might be what you need. I'll also link to the battery I chose, the Optima RedTop, at the link down below this video, and I'll see you on the next review.
There are so many choices and you don't want to stress. You want your health food at home, receiving only the best. That's what we're here for, we give honest reviews. parristx.